Like I was thinking about doing like the 10-minute reviews again, which was something I was experimenting with, where I would play a game for literally 10 minutes and then just base a review off of it right away. Because like seriously, my first impressions of a game just literally mean everything, like I said. To the point where like if I'm not having fun within the first like 3 minutes of the game, then I already I'm starting to like write off the game. It's super important. And some of the things I'm always looking for is always the same stuff. How is the tutorial? Is it shoving it down my throat, or is it giving it to me nicely while also giving, you know, the story like normal? Like I think about it in the way of, if you're gonna force me to do a tutorial, then it better be a part of the gameplay. You know, like if I want to replay the game from scratch all over again, it better not feel like I'm doing the tutorial even though I already know how to play. So that's like one of the most important things for me. And then also, like, I personally would rather not have a tutorial at all and then just like be dumped into the game immediately and just try to figure it out on my own. That's how I really like my games to be. Like similar to like what Dark Souls was, or even Stalker Anomaly that I've been playing. That game like didn't have a tutorial at all. Like it just basically just dumped you in and is like, good luck. So at first I was like, holy shit, this is like super confusing. But then as I started to play the game and started to figure shit out on my own, I started to enjoy it a lot. And it got to the point where it felt like such an amazing game with like a lot of lore and all that stuff. And that's how Dark Souls is too. Dark Souls is the same way. They don't have a traditional tutorial though. Not in the way of like, press forward to move forward, the W key. Press the space bar to jump. You know, like that dumb shit. Like this game here, Overwatch. When I first started playing this game, it throws you into the tutorial trying to show you press forward to move forward. Like dumb shit. It's like, dude, I played video games before. Like, how are you gonna tell me this shit? Like if I wanted to sit through that because this is like literally my first time playing a video game, and I'm like, then fine. I should have the option to click on the tutorial and do it by myself, not have it like shoved down my throat, you know? That's the thing I'm always looking at. Like that's the first impression thing. That's really important. Then after that, I'm looking at what is the game trying to show me as far as like how the gameplay, or is it story driven, or is it both?
Oh my god.
And with Hellslinger, the story was terrible, so I was already writing that off. I saw the cutscenes and I was just like not impressed at all. So it made me not like the story. So I was like, okay, so the gameplay better be really good then, you know? So that's the second part. But the gameplay just felt okay. Like it didn't feel like it was anything to like be excited about. It wasn't like when I played BPM. When I played that one, I really enjoyed myself with that because it just dumped you right in to figure it out, Dark Souls style. And then the groove and everything just felt a lot better. I never do research on shit. I play it, I see how it is. If I don't like it, I get a refund, and that's it. And that's exactly what I did with Hellslinger. And no, you should never have to do research on a game, ever. The same way you don't do research on a movie before you watch it. You just watch it. Doing massive research on games, I don't do that shit anymore. Like, I used to do that back in the day, and all I did was just, like, get myself upset. Because all it does is create a lot of hype for a game. Like, especially when developers are talking about their game and what they're doing different and how it's amazing and all this shit. All it is just pure hype. Like, look what happened with Cyberpunk. We sat for years waiting for that fucking game, and they were just talking all this bullshit about what the game was capable of and all the things that were in it and all that stuff, and half of the shit they talked about wasn't even in the game on day one, and still isn't there. Like for example, one of the biggest things I was excited about was like player choice, of being able to like do a mission in different ways, like to change the conversation, or like have a choice where like people could die and it could set a whole different chain of events in the story. You know, similar to how it was in like Mass Effect series, But Cyberpunk never had that, even though they said that it was supposed to be in the game. So that was the saddest part about the whole entire thing, and that's the thing that was the most upsetting to me beyond the bugs, because the bugs were like, they were there and they were annoying, but it wasn't nearly as bad as how I felt about the story.